Now this is what I'm talking about. Today I'm making Hunger Games again because because I just want to make another Hunger Games. So District 1, we got the returning champion from the first one, Roadrunner. But we also got others, such as Wile E. Coyote, his enemy. District 2, we got Ed. And also we got Buttercup. District 3 is Link. And we also have Zelda. Next up is District 4, we got Ami and Queso. District 5 is Mario and Technoblade. District 6 is Yumi and Pac-Man. District 7 is our first dual two characters in one, Tom and Jerry. And also alongside them is Wario. District 8 is Bowser and Deku, since I just want to add anime characters because I don't want this whole roster to be cartoon and YouTube stuff game. But since I also had Sailor Moon in the first one, maybe it will be a cool. District 9, we got Rolf and Monica. And the last three districts are District 10, Red and Ross. District 11, IShowSpeed and Pomni. And District 12, Coney and Ian. So let's proceed. As the tribute stands on the podiums, the horn sounds. Tom and Jerry finds a bow, some arrows, and a quiver. Ed runs away from the cornucopia. Wario runs away from the cornucopia. Monica runs away from the cornucopia. Pomni runs away from the cornucopia. Wile E. Coyote runs away from the cornucopia. Zelda and Roadrunner fight for a bag. Roadrunner gives up and retreats. Bro, the champion loses to a princess. Well, technically, Zelda is technically a female character. Link, Pac-Man, and Coney got into a fight. Pac-Man temporarily kills them both. So it looks like Link and Coney are out of the picture. Yep, I can tell. Rick clutches a first aid kit and runs away. Queso runs away from the cornucopia. Buttercup runs away from the cornucopia. Mario runs away from the cornucopia. And Bowser runs away from the cornucopia. Rolf runs away from the cornucopia. Ami runs away from the cornucopia. Deku runs away from the cornucopia. Yumi runs away from the cornucopia. Technoblade runs away from the cornucopia. Ross runs away from the cornucopia. And Ian runs away from the cornucopia. And IShowSpeed snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. Day 1. Wile E. Coyote discovers a river. Ian and Queso split up to search for resources, and Wario hunts for other tributes. Zelda, Ami, Rolf, Mario, and Tom and Jerry hunt for other tributes. Yumi, Technoblade, Red, and Deku hunt for other tributes. Pomni diverts IShowSpeed's attention and runs away. And Monica practices her archery. By the way, I take inspiration from some Hunger Games Simulator YouTubers that I like. So I'll put their channel and you could check them out. Bowser, Roadrunner, and Ross hunt for other tributes. Pac-Man constructs a shack. And Ed catches Buttercup off guard and kills her. Okay. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Link. Coney. Oh wait. Link, District 3. Coney, District 12. And Buttercup, District 2. Rest in peace. Night 1. Pomni goes to sleep. Ed lets Queso into his shelter. Tom and Jerry forces Ian to kill Pac-Man or Technoblade. Oh wait, I forgot to put Ian's gender. And by the way, Ian is a male, but I accidentally did not check twice before doing this, so I accidentally put him as a she. But still, this is Ian is a male. Remember that. And so Tom and Jerry kills him instead. Well, that's insane. Okay, let's continue. Wile E. Coyote begs for Wario to kill him. He refuses, keeping Wile E. Coyote alive. Deku quietly hums. Bowser goes to sleep. Mario screams for help. Bruh, this is something that Mario won't do. Or kinda. Well, I think I saw a Mario game where Mario needs help. Okay, so Roadrunner fends Zelda, Ami, and Yumi away from his fire. Monica is awakened by nightmares. Rolf convinces Red to snuggle with him. What the? And then Aisho, Speed, and Ross run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Well, that's wholesome. Proceed. Bowser, Queso, Aisho, Speed, and Technoblade raids Red's camp while he is hunting. Holy crap. Ross receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Probably a bunch of cakes or eggs. Wile E. Coyote camouflages himself in the bushes. Roadrunner diverts Yumi's attention and runs away. Well, that makes sense, cause Roadrunner does divert Coyote's attention and also can run really fast. Rolf steals from Mario when he isn't looking. What do you even steal, bro? His spaghetti? Monica practices her archery again? I thought you already did that. Ed discovers a cave. Pac-Man, Wario, Deku, and Pomni hunt for other tributes. Tom and Jerry tends to Zelda's wounds. Well, that's also wholesome. And Ami receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. No. 1 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Ian, District 12. Night 2. Wile E. Coyote receives clean water from an unknown sponsor, probably from Acme. Pac-Man, Deku, and Ami sleeps in shifts. Technoblade goes to sleep. Monica falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Bruh. She just carelessly... Red silently snapped Ross's neck? How? Ross doesn't even have necks. Shouldn't it be like Red use a slingshot and fire himself and then kill Ross? Well, that makes more sense. Roadrunner sees a fire but stays hidden. Bowser and Queso sleep in shifts. Rolf, Aisho, Speed, Pomni, Tom and Jerry, and Mario sleep in shifts. Yumi begs Ed to kill her. He refuses, keeping Yumi alive. This is actually in character for Ed, because Ed is usually the kind dude. Wario receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor, probably WarioWare, and Zelda tries to treat her infection. Day 3. Yumi treats to Technoblade's wounds. Yumi definitely tribute to Technoblade, so she trying to keep him alive. Roadrunner picks flowers, okay. Ed diverts Keiso's attention and runs away. Pomni travels herself to higher ground. Bowser, Wario, Zelda, IShowSpeed, and Wile E. Coyote track down and kill Tom and Jerry! Okay, so Deku stalks Ami, Red chases Pac-Man, and Mario scares Rolf off. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Monica, District 9, Ross, District 10, and Tom and Jerry, District 7. Mario, Night 3. Mario receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Pony falls to a pit and dies. Bruh. Yumi treats to her wounds. Red passes out from exhaustion. Keiso loses sight of where he is. Technoblade, Zelda, and Pac-Man sleeps and shifts. Deku, Roadrunner, Ami, and Ed sleeps and shifts. Wile E. Coyote tends to his wounds. Wario bashes Bowser's head against the rock several times. IShowSpeed is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth, and Rolf receives supplies from an unknown medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Bruh, what the heck? Deku and Wario hunt for other tributes. IShowSpeed steals from Red while he isn't looking. Keiso severely injures Yumi and leads her to die. Holy crap. Keiso is not playing around. Rolf dies from hypothermia. Bro, not Rolf. Mario makes a slingshot, but you need Red to fire from the slingshot. Ed begs for Ami to kill him. She refuses, keeping Ed alive. Also in character for Ami, because she's kind. Pac-Man sprains his ankle while running away from Roadrunner. No crap, this is Roadrunner. This guy can literally run fast. And Technoblade, Wile E. Coyote, and Zelda hunt for other tributes. 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Pomni, District 11, Bowser, District 8, and Yumi, District 6, and Rolf, District 9. Bruh. From a jester girl to a big fat turtle to a punk rock star to a son of a shepherd to a son of a shepherd. Bro, it just goes down and more. Night 4. Wile E. Coyote is awoken from nightmares. Pac-Man stabs Roadrunner in the back with a trident. Holy god crap. I thought Roadrunner able to escape from that. Looks like Pac-Man is sneaky enough. And plus, I think it's revenge I think it's revenge for Roadrunner breaking I think Pac-Man wants to get revenge on Roadrunner for breaking his leg. Technoblade receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Ed is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Red defeats Mario in a fight but spares his life. Okay. Zelda is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Isn't one of your attacks fire? Wario flees Ami, Deku, and Keiso away from his fire, and IShowSpeed is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Day 5. Red diverts Wile E. Coyote's attention and runs away. IShowSpeed discovers a cave. Ed and Ami split off to search for resources. I think the two are teaming up now. Mario tries to spear fish with a trident. Wario receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Deku goes hunting. Keiso scares Technoblade off. Zelda injures herself, and Pac-Man fishes. One cannon shot can be heard in the distance and is the champion from last time, Roadrunner, District 1. Night 5. Mao is unable to start a fire and sleep without warmth. Aisho's speed tends to his wounds. Ami dies by dysentery. Bruh, she's dead. Deku is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Keiso cooks his food before putting his fire out. Pac-Man feeds Red, Technoblade, and Wile E. Coyote away from his fire. Zelda stays awake all night, and Wario tends to Ed's wounds. Day 6. Wario, Pac-Man, Red, Technoblade, and Wile E. Coyote hunt for other tributes. These guys are lucky that they have someone the others like Wario. He's a treasure hunter, so he probably could go after Pac-Man cause he eats, Red cause he can able to find the eggs, Technoblade cause he needs to win, and Wile E. Coyote cause he's always after the Roadrunner. Zelda attacks Aisho's speed, but he manages to escape. Bro, Zelda attempts to attack Aisho's speed using her fire attack, but Aisho's speed uses his speed and runs away. And plus, I think Aisho's speed is the fastest YouTuber. Keiso makes a wooden spear. Deku thinks about home. And Mario receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Ed thinks about home. The remaining tributes beginning to hallucinate. An arena event? Whoa, I never had that. And okay, let me repeat this again. Arena event. The remaining tributes beginning to hallucinate. Aisho's speed survives. Wario eats a scorpion thinking of the delicacy dessert. Bruh. Ed eats a scorpion thinking of the dessert. Bro, not Ed. Keiso survives. Zelda drowns Deku as she thinks it's a shark thinking to eat her. What the? Technoblade survives. Wile E. Coyote and Pac-Man decided to jump down the rabbit hole to the Wonderland, which turns out to be a pit of rocks. Bruh, these two are stupid. Mario hugs a tractor nest, believing it's a pillow. I think Mario died and Red survived. Holy crap, there's a lot of deaths. 7 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Ami, District 4. Wario, District 7. Ed, District 2. Deku, District 8. Wile E. Coyote, District 1. Pac-Man, District 6. And Mario, District 5. Let me see how many remaining the characters. So far, Zelda, Keiso, Technoblade, Red, and Aisho Speed are alive so far. So in total, there are 5 characters. Now let's get back. Okay. Zelda and Red huddle for warmth. Technoblade shoots an arrow into Keiso's head. Holy crap. And Aisho Speed stays awake all night. The feast. The cornucopia returns with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs for the tributes' families. Zelda decides not to go to the feast. Technoblade decides not to go to the feast. Red decides not to go to the feast, but Aisho Speed stuffs a bundle of dry clothes into a backpack before sprinting away. Day 7. Red convinces Technoblade to not kill him, only to kill him instead! Holy Dookie Steins. I think that kinda makes sense cause Technoblade is technically a pig and Red hates pigs, so he just kills him. Well, it actually makes sense, in my opinion, cause Red versus Technoblade, Red hates the pigs, and seeing a pig, so he just attacks. Aisho Speed throws a knife into Zelda's head! Holy crap, again. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Keiso, District 4, Technoblade, District 5, and Zelda, District 3. Okay, so who do you think will win? Place your bets. Is it Red or Aisho Speed? Red says I shall spit on fire with a Molotov. With a Molotov, I think. I don't know how to pronounce it, but don't go after me. But looks like Red from District 10 wins! Holy crap. Link is the first one to go down and with no kills. While Red, on the other hand, wins with 3 kills, which is literally a lot of kills. Pac-Man also had the same kills as Red, but instead he's in 7th place. So looks like Red will be in the next Hunger Games. After us, I'm just gonna leave the summary, and here's our double placement. Rip Link, rip everyone else except for Red, and Red won. And here the kill. Red is in 1st place with a lot of kills, followed by Pac-Man, then Actual Speed, then Zelda, then Wario, then Tom and Jerry, then Ed, then Queso, then Bowser, then Wile E. Coyote, and then Technoblade. Looks like this is my 2nd Hunger Games, and it's actually a good one. So bye now.